Welcome back to the channel. My name's Amber. If you're new here, we're just out here having a good time. We're quite chaotic, but I'm so glad that you're here. Today, we're just doing a book haul, okay? I bought a good amount of books this summer since my last book haul in May, so I think it's just time to do a summer book haul, things that I bought, whether I read them or not. Most of them are not, but we're just gonna go through it. First of all, I want to show you, I found these things, my friend found them when we were at Target because she wanted a book cart yesterday. So we got one, and we found these little bins that are in the same section. It's like the same brand as these book carts at Target. This is $40, by the way. These were $6 together. It came in a pack of 2, and it attaches to the side of your cart, and it just has a little thing. So I have my tabs in one and then my pens in the other, and like my highlighters, and it's so freaking cute, and it's just so convenient because now I can have my annotation supplies right there with my books, and it's a wonderful time. So we're just gonna get right into it. There is no order like of when I bought these. Like I can't remember all of that, so we're just gonna talk about books that I bought recently. First of all, The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I'm finishing this week. I have 80 pages left, and our book club is on Friday. My video should be up by then, or this video should be up by then, so definitely go. It's going to be on my friend Kelsey's channel. It's me, Kelsey, Carly, and Kristen. All of us have book tubes. Carly and Kristen share one because they're sisters. Literally, we all need to encourage them to like post more / make a TikTok. I love, like, because we love the sister pages where it's like sisters reading, and like we know them on TikTok. I can't think of their names. Anyway, this was already an amazing read so far. I'm just not done yet because I didn't want to get done with it way before our book club. Also, this sticky part from my sticker is kind of making me mad that it's still there. So, yeah, it's fine. Next, I literally bought these this week. I have Prison Healer, which I just finished reading yesterday. 2 days ago, sorry. I finished reading this Saturday night, and it's now Monday. Finished Prison Healer. If you've seen this on TikTok, just read it. It's YA, there's no spice really. The tension's great, the story's great, the FMC is fantastic. It gives me Sarah J. Maas vibes. It's so easy to read without it feeling like overwhelming. Nothing is hard to understand. The characters in this are so amazing. And I already started the second one because this one leaves on a cliffhanger, and you can tell that the romance is really going to be in this book. There's 3, it's completed. You basically have no excuse not to read it. And I kid you not, I was reading this today. I'm like this far in, and I was cackling just because I love the characters so much. And I can tell I'm getting very attached to the series. So if you've been thinking about it, go get it for sure. So good. Next I have, wow, are we okay? Okay. Next I have Vicious by V. Schwab. I haven't read it yet, but I'm planning on hopefully finishing it before the month ends because it was a book that Cam chose for me for my August TBR, and I already DNF'd one of them, so I have a duty to get this done. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the vibes. I think it's gonna be nice and dark academia. Next, I have A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross because, don't worry, Divine Rivals is also on this cart. You just can't see her. One of my favorite books of all time. So I obviously was like, oh my god, I need more. It's like crack. Like, I need more of it. So I don't know what this book is about, but I just know the vibes are vibing. So excited for that. This one I just picked up on Saturday, Assistant to the Villain. Look at those pages. Like, I mostly picked it up because it's so freaking cute. All I know is that it seems maybe a little bit of a fantasy, but maybe not a high fantasy. But basically, this girl runs into this villain who makes their kingdom a mess, like a living hell. And he's like, you are going to come work for me or I'm just going to kill you. So I guess he just needed an assistant really bad. And so she was like, well, and apparently he's cute though. So it's giving grumpy boss And that's all I really know. I think there might be a little bit of gore in here, possibly like a little bit of fall vibes. I'm not sure yet because it just came out a week ago, but I'm excited. It sounds so good, and I don't know. It's so cute. I'm excited. Next, I have Vow of Thieves. I have Dance of Thieves over there, but I had that in my last book haul where Cam bought my book haul for my birthday, and I haven't read it yet, but I bought this one to entice me, more to finish it because, yeah, I just need to know what the hype's about. Spoiler alert, I think I'm reading Dance of Thieves this week in my reading vlog, so exciting. Another one I might get to this week is The Stars Are Dying. It's so like petite. I like it. It's not skinny, but it's petite. I don't know what this is about either. All I know is it's a romantasy of some sort and people love it, so I ordered it on Amazon because I trust the fellow book talkers most of the time. She's thick. She's a thick one for sure. The art. This should convince you enough. So yeah, I'll probably be reading that. The map is gorgeous as well. So my book this week, my book vlog, or my reading vlog this week, hopefully, I'm trying really hard out here. I'm working night shift and it's killing me, is to read romantasies all week. So I am reading The Gilded Cage, which is considered a romantasy. Like, we're not going to talk about this week whether it's less fantasy or romance, but I will be doing a book recommendation video because romantasy is by far my favorite genre ever. Because it just brings together all of it. Because I love that aspect of fantasies. I love having the romance in them. So why not, like, best of both worlds, you know? Next I have Under the Whispering Door, another one that Cam picked for me to read this month. But I'm in the mood to mood read right now, so it's just really hard to get to, and I don't want to force myself to read it because his writing is so beautiful, and I loved House in the Cerulean Sea, which is literally right here, so let's just talk about it. It's hard to do this sometimes. Read this one already. It was so, look at that, for one. It was so good. It felt like a warm hug. I felt like my inner child was healing, all because of the story, and it was so cute. And it gives Miss Peregrine's House of Peculiar Children or whatever, it gives those vibes, but just a little bit lighter, like not as dark vibes. It's a lot lighter. I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like in a little beach town kind of. So that makes me really want to read this one. I will get to it. I will do it. Next I have Hunting Adeline. I read Haunting Adeline on my Kindle and I loved it so much that I needed it physically, and I loved it so much that I will be getting a tattoo for this. Say what you will. It was so vibey though. Check your trigger warnings, please. It's a dark, dark, dark romance. Next I have Magnolia Parks. This actually doesn't belong here. I bought this before summer. Then we have Divine Rivals. I already told you, one of the best books I've read. Don't let yourself overhype it though, okay? It's a simplistic story. Really, the ending is what made it a 5 stars, just because of how, like, you were strung along and how it wrapped up at the end. Didn't really wrap up. Was like, and you were just so proud of, like, how beautiful she, like, took you on this journey. It's really just the journey, okay? It's not, it's very simplistic and pure and young adult, and I love that. It gives, like, a childlike feeling almost. It just gives you that kicking your feet and giggling feeling until the end. And that's all I have to say. I can't wait for the second one to come out. I'm so excited. Yes. I literally have a print. That purple one up there. You can't read it, but I'm not going to read it to you either, because you just need to read it. Next I have Belladonna. I just finished this last week. I will be getting Foxglove. It came out yesterday. It came out today. I have my days mixed up, but I will be going to Barnes tomorrow, so I'm basically doing this so that I can buy more books. I swear. But this, I was pleasantly surprised by this as well. Basically, it follows a girl who is surrounded by death her entire life. Her family and everyone in their, like, castle or mansion or whatever was killed. They were poisoned when she was just a baby. And ever since then, she has been able to see death. And people around her keep dying and dying and dying. And she hates death for it. And she also cannot die. And she just has this, like, connection to death. And she, like, it's definitely a love-hate relationship. Like, she's so angry with him and she feels like it's his fault. And I say him because death has more of a... he's like a physical being in this. He's a whole character. And I loved this. The fact that I was, like, giggling at death. At death. I'm just like, okay. I was trying to find... Like, literally, it was writing, screaming, crying, throwing up. That just try it. Give it a go. Next, I have Bridge Kingdom. I picked this up on vacation because I accidentally grabbed the third one, and I read the back, and I was like, this sounds awesome. But then I realized it said Bridge Kingdom Series Book 3, and I was like, oh, I've heard fantastic things about Bridge Kingdom. People love this series. So I picked it up because I'm like, well, if the third book sounds good, I assume the first one should be all right. So there's that. Then I have A Ship of Bones and Teeth. I finished this on vacation, which was perfect because I went to the beach. This is basically a mix between Pirates of the Caribbean and The Little Mermaid, but make it dark and make it adult. We love. Basically, The Little Mermaid is still like a character. Her name is Marin, or yeah, but she's a siren, which is similar enough. But instead of being just a cute little mermaid, they actually kill humans. And she does give up her tail for legs and also loses her voice and her tongue temporarily. But it turns out Prince Eric is very abusive. So you can guess who the MMZ is. Anyways, next I have Just Between Us, a romantic comedy. I love covers like this. I eat them up. This is a signed copy for one, and the main character, the love interest, is named Camden, my boyfriend's name. So, like, come on. And look, there's leaves. So I think this is going to be a perfect little fall, like, happy book, because it's going to give the vibes. So I'm excited for that. Next, I have Book Lovers. I picked this up because I absolutely loved Happy Place and I absolutely loved Beach Read. But I started it and it just wasn't what I wanted in that moment. So I just set it down and I was like, we will get to it eventually. Just not right now. There was just so many things to read and it just wasn't that. But I'm sure I'm going to love it because Emily Henry's writing is immaculate as usual. Next, I have Summer of Broken Rules. I mostly bought this for the cover because hello, but also I looked up the aesthetic on TikTok because I do that with every book. I almost never pick up a book before looking at the aesthetic because I want to see it. I need to just start making my own because I am so obsessed with those videos. Anyway, it looked great. It started out perfect, but I just ran out of time to try to finish this for summer because I'm sorry, August has been like August is my transition to fall month because I want all of September, October, and November to be fall vibes. So yeah, this is my transition month. I'm not feeling fluffy romances anymore, so I never got to get to this. But I know next summer it'll be great. If the vibes weren't so summery, I mean, I probably just wouldn't have picked it up at the first place if it wasn't, but that's okay. We have her for another day. Oh my gosh. Ugh. It's so big. Next, Part of the Orange Tree. I just picked this up randomly because I was like, I'm tired of staring at it and like loving the cover every single time I see it. I need to just pick it up because I need to read it one day because there's so much to be said about it. But my gosh, I can barely hold it in my hand. Like, I can't even. Anyway, nothing to really say about that except I bought it for the cover and because I've seen people talk about it and really love it. But that is a task for another day, my friend. Next I have Ninth House because, duh. It's giving such dark academia vibes. And apparently it's supposed to be a little, like, not just dark, but like also maybe a little horrific. But not a horror. Don't, like, take my word for that. All I know is it's like a Yale, it's giving cult, okay? That's all I know. But definitely dark academia, and we love that. Lastly, no, sorry, not lastly. I have the Jasad Air. I got this on vacation as well because TikTok made me buy it because the girl that first recommended Fourth Wing that we know of on TikTok said that the tension in this was better, and it's basically just like an Egyptian-inspired romance, and I'm very intrigued by it, and I think it could be really good, and it seems different. The font is big, thank goodness, because the book is huge. We love that. Okay, last, finally, the Crowns of Nyaxia series. I have Serpent in the Wings of Night. I finished that. I absolutely loved it. I was so pleasantly surprised. Such a great enemies to lovers book. It feels like the Hunger Games, but there's vampires instead of humans. There's only one human, and she's the FMC. And it's very high risk. It's very high stakes book. Then I have the novella, which is Six Scorched Roses. Has nothing to do with the other characters. It just happens to be in the same universe. 180 pages. I read it in 3 hours. It was great. It was such a cute little story. And honestly, it just like fulfilled me a little bit. And so I love that novella. So if you pick up this series, like just do the novella. It's so short and it's sweet. And I like it. It kind of gives Beauty and the Beast vibes just a little bit, but like not really. Anyway, now I am currently reading the sequel, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, but it was putting me in a reading slump at first because there is way more politics, but I can tell the romance is going to get better, and I just had to take a break, so I'm going to read some other things, make sure I'm not in a reading slump, get going again, and like into my reading, and then I'll pick this up. This is a romantasy, and since I'm reading romantasies this week, this is also a contender. But I do need to finish it because I really loved the first book. I know some people have said that the second book isn't as good, but I just think the first book wasn't enough, though, at the same time, if that makes sense. So, this was my book haul for all of summer. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.